Hi, my name is Sarah Hoddes, and this is my lemon electrochemical cell fire experiment. So first I gathered my materials. I got the lemon from Walmart, the steel wool, the zinc nails, the copper washers, electrical tape, steel wire from Ace Hardware, and the paper towel. I could not find any zinc nails. I think they were actually called screws. I'm not too sure on the difference, but they didn't actually have any zinc nails. And the copper clips they didn't have, but they did have copper washers, so I hoped that they were going to be the same. And then I got electrical tape to go over the wire because I couldn't find any rubberized wire, and if there was going to be any type of sparks, I didn't want the wires to get hot on my fingers, so I did go ahead and grab some electrical tape. And then I prepared the lemon by poking 6 holes just a couple centimeters away from each other on each side. And then I put the copper washers in, as you can see in that top portion. And then I put the zinc nails into the other side, just a little bit apart, but still enough where the wire could connect to them. And then I cut little pieces of the wire and connected it from the copper to the zinc, and I followed the instructions of leaving 1 zinc and 1 copper open on the end, connecting it across. As you can see, it wasn't the best job, but the wire was kind of hard to bend around the washers and the zinc nails. And then I cut 2 bigger wires, and I wrapped the electrical tape on them around just a portion of them so that I wouldn't burn myself, and then I took those 2 and I connected it, 1 to the zinc nail and 1 to the copper washer. And then the actual experiment, we went outside to do it because I didn't want to start a fire in our dorm. So I ripped up a piece of paper towel and put it inside the steel wool. I kind of pulled apart the steel wool so it kind of made more of like a nest. And then I rubbed the 2 wires together, and it did not work, so my experiment was a fail. I tried different things starting it before I touched the wool. I tried to start it by putting it in the wool and rubbing it together. I tried putting a paper towel in between it and rubbing it in the steel wool. I just could not get it, and it's kind of disappointing though because I thought I had followed the instructions thoroughly, but I wonder if something maybe went wrong that I just didn't know. So what happens, or what was supposed to happen, was the lemon acts as a battery, and this battery consists of 2 different metals, Zn and Cu, dipped in acetic solution or the lemon juice. Zn nail and the Cu clips are electrodes, and the lemon juice is the electrolyte, and all batteries have a positive and negative end. The Zn atoms enter the juice or the electrolyte as Zn2+, liberating 2 electrons, and then 2 dissolved protons, H+, of the acidic electrolyte combine with 2 electrons to form hydrogen, H2. This gas formed on the surface of Cu electrode. The electrons are transferred from the Zn through the rubberized wire connecting between the copper and the zinc. But here, the copper is plus Vn, and Zn is negative VE, and electricity generated from the battery is used in setting the steel wool on fire. That was what was supposed to happen, and even though it didn't happen for me, there are some reasons why I think it didn't work. First, what could have been wrong was that I had copper washers and they weren't clips. I didn't think there was going to be too big of a difference because I thought copper was going to be copper, but maybe there really was. The steel wool, I did see after I bought it, it said stainless steel, but when looking it up further, it said that it was okay that stainless steel is in the making of steel wool, so I thought maybe it would work, but that could have also been a factor that played into it. The wind was also very powerful that day. We tried to do it where the wind wouldn't hit us as hard, but it was pretty powerful that day from a snowstorm that we just went through. It was also very damp outside from the snow melting, but I don't know if that really had to play into it because the paper towel never touched the wetness. It was just inside the steel wool, but it could have been. And the last problem was that wrapping the wire around the copper washer and the zinc nail was kind of hard to bend. I think if I would have had some like gloves and tried to redo it, I think it probably would have worked. Although it didn't work, I overall think that it was a good experiment. I do wish it would have worked. I think this one I was really excited for it to work, but it was very fun and to look up to see like what's going on, what's happening inside a lemon. Like that's just so crazy that I could be outside and have all this material and make a fire from a lemon. I think that's pretty cool. But that is my lemon electrochemical self fire. Thank you.